Welcome to today's episode of Medical Device Global Market Access by Pure Global, the host here. Today, we are diving into a critical development for medtech innovators in the United States. On June 6, 2026, the US Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, released a highly anticipated draft guidance document concerning the lifecycle management and marketing submission requirements for AI-enabled medical device software. This guidance signals a significant shift in regulatory expectations and introduces new, more stringent requirements that will affect any company developing or marketing these advanced technologies. This new draft guidance moves beyond the FDA's previous frameworks, establishing a more comprehensive approach to regulating AI and machine learning, or ML, technologies. The core of the guidance centers on four key areas: algorithm transparency, data provenance, robust risk management, and continuous real-world performance monitoring. The agency is making it clear that a black box approach to AI algorithms will no longer be sufficient for regulatory submissions. Manufacturers will be expected to provide much deeper insights into how their models are designed, trained, and validated. Let's break down these new expectations. For algorithm transparency, the FDA now expects detailed documentation on the algorithm's architecture, its underlying assumptions, and the logic it uses to arrive at a conclusion. This includes explaining the clinical relevance of its inputs and outputs. Alongside this is a new emphasis on data provenance. Manufacturers must meticulously document the origin, characteristics, and curation of the datasets used for training, testing, and validation. This is designed to address concerns about data quality and potential biases, ensuring the data is representative of the intended patient population. The guidance also elevates the requirements for risk management. While manufacturers are already familiar with risk analysis, the FDA is now calling for specific considerations unique to AI/ML systems. This includes assessing risks related to algorithm drift, where performance degrades over time as real-world data differs from the training data, as well as risks associated with cybersecurity vulnerabilities specific to AI models. Furthermore, the concept of a predetermined change control plan is reinforced, but with a new expectation for proactive real-world performance monitoring. Manufacturers will need to establish and justify robust plans for collecting and analyzing post-market data to confirm that the device continues to perform safely and effectively throughout its entire life cycle. So, who does this affect? The guidance applies to all manufacturers of AI-enabled medical device software, regardless of the device's risk classification. Whether you are preparing a 510(k), a de novo request, or a pre-market approval, or PMA, application, these new expectations will shape your submission strategy. It also has implications for devices already on the market, as manufacturers will need to ensure their post-market surveillance and change management processes align with these new principles. Critically, this is a draft guidance. The FDA has opened a public comment period, which closes on August 5, 2026. This presents a vital opportunity for the industry to provide feedback and seek clarification on these new requirements before they are finalized. Given this tight timeline and the significance of these changes, what practical steps should your team be taking right now? First, we recommend conducting a comprehensive gap analysis. Compare your current AI/ML development and documentation practices against the requirements outlined in the draft guidance. Identify where your processes fall short. Second, assemble a multidisciplinary team. Your regulatory affairs specialists need to work closely with your data scientists, software engineers, and quality assurance teams to fully understand the technical and procedural implications. Third, and perhaps most urgently, prepare your public comments. If certain aspects of the guidance are unclear, impractical, or could be improved, submitting well-reasoned feedback to the FDA before the August 5, 2026 deadline is your chance to influence the final rule. Finally, begin updating your internal standard operating procedures to incorporate enhanced data governance, algorithm transparency documentation, and a framework for real-world performance monitoring. Navigating these evolving regulatory landscapes can be complex, especially when dealing with cutting-edge technologies like AI. If your organization needs assistance interpreting this new FDA guidance, updating your quality management system, or preparing a robust submission, please check out Pure Global. We specialize in helping medtech companies achieve and maintain global market access. You can also find links to our free AI-powered regulatory tools and our global device database in the description of this episode. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.